everyone, and welcome back. We're back again.
Hello.
Hi. We have a poll on Patreon for movies every Monday. Scream won this week. I don't know why I was thinking Mom was going to watch with us, but she is so freaking sweet. And she was like, I'd rather not watch that with you guys. Is there a lot of murders and is it gory? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, there's probably jump scares. From everything else, I'm like, yeah, Mom won't like this or that. It's like Scream. So we're going to watch that today. And thank you, Tom, for joining us.
Thanks, Tom.
You're becoming quite the regular. So again, Tom is not replacing Mom because I know so many people love Mom. We love Mom. She loves being on the channel. But I'm hoping that you could be with us more, Tom. And this is cool that you can join us for this. Because sometimes it'll just be me and Kim reacting to something. So I like having it in threes. You know, I think it's more fun that way. Better or like fun conversations. You know, I mean, we do good one-on-ones, but bigger the crowd, more fun we have. Mwahaha. So I was surprised. So Tom, you never saw Scream either, right?
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. So I did see this a very long time ago, but I was terrified. And I went with my friend Heather, who is my sister-in-law for a long time now, and she's also our editor. I just remember staring at her the whole time, and I told her, I'm like, I didn't know what I was getting into.
Between the seats?
Yeah, I didn't even know, like, what I was getting myself into, and I was so freaked out because I've never seen a horror movie before that I stared at her and I was like, I'm not watching this. I'm just going to stare at you, okay? So, and she was scared too, and I remember just staring at her and cracking jokes, hiding because I could not watch. So I do know some stuff from it, but I don't know. I probably will remember some of the outcomes, but who knows? We'll see. But I'm so happy both of you guys are blind to this. I think that's great.
Completely I am.
Yeah.
No, I'd never be seeing this. No way.
We all were blind to Halloween 1 and 2. That was a lot of fun to watch together.
Yes,
I think this might be like that, but this was made in 1996, so quite a few years afterwards. Not quite a few, but you know, a handful of years. It is scary. There are jump scares. There's gore. There's all the fun stuff. So I'm sure it's going to be hilarious. I don't know. But Kim, you said right away you know the mask from Scream, so I'm glad you can associate that.
It looks like a melted skeleton.
Yeah, like a yelling face or something, or a face like really stretched out and deformed. Yeah, Scream! Ah, I scream like this. It's like Genie from Aladdin. Genie, I'll set you free. And that's not like that, but that's what I think of. So, big names are in this. I'm curious to see who we'll see, because I know Drew Barrymore is in this.
Is she?
Yeah, she's in this. I actually forgot.
God, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, and
she's always a sweet.
We're going to be watching on Amazon, so I see the thumbnail and I see her right now. I mean, it's small, you can't really see much of it, but I recognize her and I'm like, holy crap, like I forgot Drew Barrymore is in this. And then Courtney Cox is also in this, and she was from Friends.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's all these other big people too that I can't remember. Watch me be like, holy crap, I forgot.
Nev Campbell's in it.
Yes, and is Leonardo DiCaprio in this? I don't know why I feel like he's in this, but maybe he's not. Okay, I don't know why I thought, but we'll find out. So it won't be a huge surprise that I said that, but I could totally be wrong.
I love her. She's so positive.
I love her too. She's great in romantic comedies. That's where I know her from, and usually around the holiday season. How about you, Tom? Do you know Drew Barrymore from anything?
Oh yeah, she's been on quite a bit of movies, especially in the late 90s.
Yeah. I mean, I love her with Adam Sandler. They do a lot of funny movies.
Yes.
Like, they're not always great, but I do love those movies.
The chemistry together, yeah.
Yeah, they're very sweet together.
Goofballs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like 50 First Dates or something. I like that movie. That was really sweet.
Oh, that's a funny movie.
So, are you guys ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. And I will say, guys, please protect your ears because I know we'll be screaming, hence Scream. Tom, do you remember Screamo-Vision from Freakazoid?
Oh, I love Freakazoid.
Ah! So that's what I think of, but nothing close to that. All right, Scream.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
Honey, you're flipping popcorn. Just say it.
Listen, asshole!
No, you listen, you little bitch. I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
What do you want?
To see what your insides look like.
Ew!
Ah.
All right,
you need a better hobby.
Calm down.
Turn on the patio lights.
No. No, no, no. Oh my god!
Oh.
No! Oh, he really killed him.
Oh, gutted him.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Grab a knife and your popcorn.
And then the popcorn's on fire.
Never have your back to a window.
Come on! How can they have so many windows in this damn house? Oh my god! Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh my god! No!
Oh.
No. Oh, good.
Oh, that poor girl.
2 for 1. No, Mama.
Mom.
Jesus.
He's still out there. Oh my god. Oh, can you hear
Oh, she hears her on the phone.
Oh my god.
My mommy's next. Oh.
Ah.
Ah!
Oh, disemboweled too.
Oh, jeez.
Excuse me.
Maybe we could do a little on top of the clothes stuff.
Okay.
Barges into her room. It's like, hey.
His voice kind of sounds like the guy on the phone.
God, oh my.
I know the music.
Well, that closet always sounds like that.
I know. Woo. I would not be able to sleep.
No, no, don't answer the phone.
I'm not Randy.
Oh,
So where are you?
Your front porch.
oh.
Well, I call your bluff.
No!
Doing? What are you doing? Honey?
Oh my god.
Why are you doing that? He can jump from the roof.
Hey, fine.
Oh my god.
Hang up on me, you'll die just like your mother.
Woo.
Just like your mother. Oh, don't go up the stairs. You just said about the other girl going up the stairs. Hurry.
Ooh.
Ah, gee.
Jeez. Oh, how convenient.
Is it him?
Whoa, wait.
Oh, watch out though.
Why is he doing that to
Stare at her
her?
quickly.
Yeah, it's like a weird look to give someone.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that. That's so cool.
Now they're messing with her.
I don't know.
It's in the vent.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh!
Get out.
No!
Why do you wait? Get out.
Come on!
Why
Lock
do you
him in.
wait?
Look at me!
Good move. He's trying it
What the
on.
father? Is that the principal?
That's
Yeah.
Fonzie.
Yes.
Oh
Hello?
no! It's right by you! He magically got in there.
Oh, because his own mask.
Behind the door.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh, no! No! The
Ah.
Fonz!
Oh, like a spy camera. He's in the
He's in the refrigerator!
Oh boy.
Oh, the door's gonna shut, and you're locked in, and he's gonna eat you.
Don't drop the beer.
there.
Very funny, guys. Oh, bye-bye. Time!
Beer.
Can't you just hit the garage door button again?
No, I'm the real deal. Yep,
Can I be the helpless victim?
you're gonna be.
Oh my god.
Hit it!
Not the beer. Oh my god.
You're not
Ew.
screaming!
Oh, jeez.
I'd be screaming. Oh god, through that.
The cat door?
You have so many things, a rake and stuff you could have smacked him with.
Oh, oh, no, shit. You're gonna tap it. Deacon tap. I can't even say it.
Oh!
He's like, ooh, that went better than I thought.
Where?
I don't think the safety's wrong.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie. You can never drink or do drugs.
You're all screwed.
Ever, under any circumstances, say, I'll be right back. Because you won't be back. I'm getting another beer. You want one? Sure. I'll be right back.
Oh no, the phone. Uh-oh.
They found Principal Henry dead. He was gutted and hung from the goalpost on the football field. Let's go over there before they pry him down.
What? They're excited.
What? This is sick, man.
Hey.
Who is that?
Sydney.
No! Oh, sorry, this is you.
Huh.
Oh, oh. Ready for another one. Can't get her. You can't. The only other kid there was the movie buff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh no.
No! Oh, it's not the movie buff.
Look behind you.
Look behind you.
Turn around.
It's delayed.
It's already too late.
He's gonna be there now!
Oh!
Oh, right then.
Get in the driver's seat.
Let's go.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! That poor kid.
He's on top of the van.
Oh, blood on
Oh.
the.
Oh, we got it cut.
Oh, got a knife.
Oh. He's here. Oh, I hate the tapping.
Oh,
Oh,
he's got the keys.
Oh, crap.
oh
Stay
my
here. Blow the
god.
horn, blow the horn. Oh, you son of a...
Trunk.
Jesus, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Stop right there.
Oh no.
I found him. Give me that gun.
Don't you dare. Don't get out. Oh my god. Maybe they're all in on it. Don't trust anyone. He's it.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Oh my
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Is he in on this too?
Surprise, Sydney.
No.
Now you gotta die. Those are the rules. Just pretend it's on scary, as they say. How do you think it's gonna end?
it's just like stroking her hair.
Oh! What do we have behind door number 3, Sydney?
Daddy.
Whoa.
Daddy?
Guess we won't be needing this anymore.
Oh, the poor guy.
Oh, so they're gonna frame him.
Give me the knife.
I'll give you it. Come on, the girl should be doing something while they're doing that. Oh.
Oh,
Get it, girl. Just pop them. Pop up.
I would just shoot. Bang.
She doesn't have any knives. Come on, grab a knife.
Oh no, is it? Oh god.
There's no
Damn.
bullets. She's gone.
They're both gone?
Both left. Oh, she's gonna play the game.
It's a
What's with all
truck.
that noise? Oh,
Oh. Oh.
oh. Wow, to actually get dressed up too. Bravo.
Yeah. Don't throw the gun away. Oh. Oh, he's on TV now. Mean guys are never dead.
I know. Double tap, guys.
Sorry.
God.
He's
Oh,
faking it. They're all alive?
Finally.
They say they finger the wrong guy.
This is the moment when the supposedly dead killer comes back to life.
Oh, that's
I'm
him.
scared.
He's the killer. Shut up,
whoa!
bitch.
Right in the head.
Wow. She's so sterile to the environment. Yeah, our cameraman's dead.
Nobody's questioning her
Oh,
at all.
jeez.
Go back to work. You're good.
Oh, that was cool. That scared the crap out of me at the end. You see that flash of the scream mask?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I had my money on the cop. At
Yeah.
first I thought it was Billy. Then I said, nah, it's too easy. Then I went with the cop. Dewey or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was quick.
Because he was right there during every murder.
He was.
Until
Mhm.
up until the house party when he was walking with Gail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that's not right.
I like how this was shot, and I agree, because they did a good job at making everyone a suspect. There were so many questions that we were never sure, like we thought we had it. And Tom, you actually were spot on in the beginning, because right away you were like, that sounds like the boyfriend's voice. I wonder if that's him.
Yes, you did say that.
You know, so I was like, oh, you know, because I did actually remember that. I wasn't sure how much I was going to remember, but I actually remember a lot from this. So you guys know, if you watch our channel, that I freak the heck out when I don't know if something's going to happen, and I'm really annoying, and I try not to be. But yeah, so I was very calm during this, but I always try not to spoil anything for you guys. So certain things I didn't remember, but yeah, so that was really cool that you guys thought that. And Tom, you mentioned that right away, that, oh, it sounds like the boyfriend. And it was cool how, you know, he was able to cover himself. As scary as that is, I don't want an actual killer to be able to do that, but to be able to...
He had someone working with him.
So there was two of them, you know, but to be able to cover his tracks, yes, and to have help, to be like, but he actually made that call from the police station, I guess, to her initially, right? I think that's what she was saying.
Yes.
So, I called my father.
He did that one phone call. That was smart. That was smart on his part.
Yeah, so how crazy to have
and then
smart
she
killers like
connected
that.
that immediately.
That he didn't actually do that. He could have had the other guy make the phone call.
He still could have.
He could have.
But simplicity, Tom. It's always about simplicity. So I love that with the stages where they tell you this is what a horror movie is like. Never say I'll be right back, so we'll never say that. That's only quoting. And, you know, all the other things like virginity, so she lost her virginity, and what other things did they say? Yeah, drinking and drugs. Yeah, so I love how they staged that. And I like that nerdy guy. I like there's a lot worse and more important things going on than him hooking up with Sydney. But he was cute where I kind of wanted them to get together, but this was so scary. So I'm glad he survived. I thought he was done. The first time I saw this, I was like, you know, but I'm glad he survived. You thought it was him for a while, too. He was suspicious.
Yes, because he knew too many movies. He was so good. He was so proficient with horror movies, with every kind of movie.
But then again, everybody had
He worked at a video store.
Yeah. I love how he said that too, because when he was questioned by the other guy who was the actual killer, he's like, well, you would be an actual suspect because you know all this. And he's like, yes, I would be the prime one because I do know all the steps in a horror movie, and it seems like I'm really into this kind of thing. So yes. I love how he said that. So then that made you guys think, I'm sure, because the first time I saw this, I thought the same thing.
And he was really tall. Like the guy with the costume is really tall. So I liked when Tatum's boyfriend told her to go get a beer. He was going to go do something, and he goes, "Oh, go get us some beers." And she goes, "What am I, the beer witch?" He went and got the costume on. Yep, he went and got the costume on, or ran into the garage already. Yeah. So when she got down there, he killed her.
So isn't that crazy too? Because it had to be him.
Yep.
Right, because the other guy was busy with Sydney. So I don't know. Like at the time, I didn't think back.
Serious issues.
That was a dangerous garage. I know, because I was thinking that because of all the bad things, like, you have kids, like, most people, most households, like, there's so many dangerous things that can happen in a garage, and for it to keep on going, and to be that strong, to actually snap someone's neck, but it's a horror movie, you know, so God forbid if anyone has any garage doors like that.
It was a wood garage, not a fiberglass garage.
And it was, you know, many years ago. Now they have sensors. But
what
it
a way to
could
die.
have been Billy, because he came in after. Didn't he come in the front door after?
Yeah.
So it could have been both of them.
It was interesting to me, you're right, because it was interesting to me watching, because for the second time, he seemed so guilty from the start.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I know
even when he got caught when the cops brought him in and held him,
And he was always so creepy, and then Sydney, she felt guilty because of her own trauma with her poor mother, you know, and she's like, well, it's me, you know, but she was a very strong woman in this, don't get me wrong, but she was still very self-conscious, and when she was like, oh, he's so patient with me, but every time we saw him, he kept like trying to sleep with her, and it was always like creepy,
especially with her mom's anniversary.
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
No, I'm saying she did mention that she had some PTSD from, you know, from that event.
Yeah,
true. So that was why she was kind of put off by having any relations.
Yeah. And it just stinks because that was also her weakness, because she's such a strong person, and then she thought that because of that she should just move forward and just hook up with this guy. But oh my God, and hooking up with a killer. Like, she had no clue. The guy, she killed him, though. She had no problem there. But
you know, she's very smart. She did question him, but
Yeah.
She was still suspicious, even though she
she
didn't say it.
was, and she's very smart, and you can tell she was really defensive. Maybe she was, starting defensive class. She was like spot on defending herself when someone attacked her.
Ooh. So who did you think mainly was the killer before you knew?
Well, at first I thought it was Billy, and
I
then
thought it was Billy at first.
then once he got captured, I'm like, that was too easy. Then I started thinking it was Dewey, because he was at almost all of the murders except for the house party when he was walking with Gail.
Yeah.
That was the only time that someone got killed and he had an alibi. He walked alone into the school, and then the principal got killed a few minutes later.
That was terrible too. You don't want to see anyone die,
sad
but
because he was a really nice guy.
Yeah,
What
the
did
Fonz
everyone
got
say?
it.
yeah, because you never hear that about like, I love you guys, I care about you guys, and I want to make sure everyone's
really
safe. Like, who
nice.
says that? I mean, I love that he said that, but maybe it's just to make us feel more for him because he was such a good guy. And I love how, like, not predictable per se, but it kind of, like, we were anticipating where the killer was going to be. And here twice we saw, or maybe even 3 times, we saw someone walk out of their house and leave their door open so the killer can sneak in, and we
She
don't
dropped
see
the
it, they
gun
don't
right
see
next to
it.
him after she shot him.
Yeah, so you have
what
these
are you
dumb
doing?
things that happen that you're like, come on, but that's what makes it a horror movie. So I love how they kind of like, not that it's a comedy at all, but they were making fun of that as well. Because in horror movies, dumb things happen.
What about after when I forget the tall guy's name, but when he hit him with the phone? You hit me with the phone, man.
I know, like how crazy was that? Because
I didn't
it
mean to
shows
laugh at
how
that part, but it was
psychotic.
pretty funny.
That was funny, and I was actually laughing too. And it's so psychotic because here, like, I love how Sydney like turned it around on them too, but how psychotic they are to like just mock your prey and kill these people for the fun of it, like the sheer fun, to think things
And they
through
have to have
so
a
much.
sequel.
So then they have to stab each other to make it real, to show that they were trying to survive and they are not the killers. And then they stab each other too much, or at least that one guy, and then he's like, oh man, I feel kind of woozy, like they're just nuts,
I
they're
think,
so removed.
When Billy stabbed him the first time, he went a little too deep. Then he tried to get a little back at him, so he
Yeah,
stabbed him
so
a
they were
little
getting
harder.
mad at each other. So
And he
I
went
love
back at
that
him and stabbed him a
scene.
few times.
Yeah, I love that scene because I was like, yes, kill each other.
Yes, it
And
was
Sydney
good.
saw
It
that
was good.
too.
I just kind of wish she was like behind, just taking a knife or doing something, or
They got
trying
distracted,
to
and that's
get
why they
out
got
of
away.
there.
And I was surprised because I thought Cotton was going to be guilty all the way through, and these were new killers. Like, I didn't really think they
Like
were
a copycat.
related. Yeah, like
the
a
kids were
copycat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And with Gail like writing that book and saying that Sydney was a liar and stuff, like that really freaking sucks. And I can see why Sydney was so upset over that. But Cotton was innocent this whole time. He was framed, and the kids were going to actually frame the father this time because that was also a rumor being spread
Because
around.
it made sense. Everybody
It
had
made
him in his
sense.
mind as, a primary suspect.
Which
Right,
makes it so
was perfect
scary.
timing.
How
Yeah.
scary is that? Like, you have these very intelligent, I mean, to a certain extent, but intelligent killers that think things through so much that they can frame someone and get away scot-free to kill some more. Like, that's insane. So I'm glad they were caught. That was good.
Very
Woo!
much. I'm
Something's
kind of
cliche.
surprised that being the anniversary weekend, that the dad went away and left her by herself. Like,
Yeah.
maybe he said to her beforehand, do you want to come with me? I know it's a sensitive time,
Yeah,
or
especially on the
I don't
anniversary.
want to go away or whatever. Especially how she died. It wasn't, it was untimely.
Yeah. And that was also messed up with Billy actually saying that to her, where kind of questioning about her mother and, well, my mother moved away and I moved on and it was different.
Yeah.
And then that was also the first time I watched it, I was like,
cold.
wait a second,
He
that's
always-
weird. Why would you say that?
He always poked the bear right after something happened.
Yeah.
And so right after somebody got killed and everybody found out about it, he would start bringing that topic up again, and very
Yeah,
insensitive.
Yeah, because he was angry the whole time, which really is.
Now
It's
it makes
cool
sense.
how they wrapped it up
definitely
like that.
was a motive. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a motive. So I like how he explained it, where it's like, oh, it's even more scary because I don't have a motive. But if you really want one, this is actually it. So I love how they
her
messed with
mom,
us.
her mom slept with
His
his
father.
Dad.
Yeah, which made his actual mother leave the father.
Yeah, leave.
So he was very angry at that, and to go as far as to get revenge, killing people from that.
That's a pretty serious revenge.
Yeah,
That's
like,
huge.
wow.
And then to do this on the anniversary, only 1 year
How many
anniversary.
people died?
A lot,
That's been
yeah.
like a dozen people who
And-
died.
And who
Yeah.
knows if it wasn't just maybe the mom was the first kill, but then maybe who knows how many others. I mean, it sounds like this was the first killing spree after that incident, but why now? Because it's a year after, like it's the year anniversary, so they're just crazy and they had their taste in killing, so now they want to just do it more, and it's a game to them. So no matter
Yes.
what, to be that crazy to kill people, be that psychotic, like this was going to happen anyways, whether the mom slept with his father, like it doesn't
whatever
matter.
the reason, they just use a reason
Any excuse,
to
yeah, was
have
going to be a
movie.
trigger. Yeah, woo. So I enjoyed this. Like, it's really scary. It's not the type of movie I would watch. The first time I saw it with Heather, so thank you, Heather. You're probably going to be editing this video. But we were both so terrified. And I remember I was just staring at her the whole time, and I was joking, and I sunk in my seat, and I could not watch. But now, I remember watching this now. I remembered, like, the outcome of most characters, so that's why I was so calm. I was like, oh, okay. But I just didn't remember when things were happening and how certain things connected. Like, Dewey at the end, I'm like, I hope he survives, and I couldn't really remember if he survived or not, so I'm happy to see he did. And right when I saw the boyfriend Billy in the beginning, I was like, yep, I knew right away. I forgot until I saw him, and I'm like, okay. And I mentioned Leonardo DiCaprio was in this, or I thought he was. Totally not. So I'm like, I hope I didn't think he was. No offense to him, but I'm like, he looks nothing like him. And I thought that was him for a second. So I knew right away when I saw the boyfriend that was the killer, and it was cool, like, having a different perspective and to be like, ooh, yeah, look at, like, how he messes with her and tries to act like, which makes it even worse. Like, you killed her mother, but you can go as far as killing all these other people and
Oh yeah, right from the
torment
start
her and
with,
sleep with her.
Casey. Casey
Yeah.
and Steve, her boyfriend.
I
That
love
was
Drew Barrymore. She's
that was-
so
I know,
amazing.
she's
It's
so
like,
cute.
no.
She wasn't in that for very long, was she?
No,
No.
she wasn't, but it was really good. It roped you in. It was like the typical horror, like we just saw Halloween. It was like
Yeah.
silly stuff that she did. She kept the
Yeah, just-
popcorn going. She
It threw you right into it. And
You know, you're
To
yelling
make
at
it
her,
even more chaotic, you know,
Yeah.
because it was just crazy. Yeah, because everything's like setting on fire. You have the smoke
Yeah.
going, and you can't see, you can't breathe, and so it makes you feel claustrophobic and
Yes.
crazy, you know. So yeah, it was actually really well done, and I didn't remember it just starting off like that. Like, what a good way to capture you and be like, oh my god, like set you in this mood of like, this is gonna be really bad all the way through. And I thought it was very thrilling and horrifying in the beginning when she's trying to get away and her parents come home and
she couldn't
she's
speak?
almost
Oh.
like, mom, like trying to say mom so close, so you almost think maybe she'll survive this, and no, enough to actually
Just-
hang her and gut her.
Yeah.
Nasty.
And they were talking at the school. Now you think about it, Billy and what was it, Stu?
Oh yeah, they're asking
Yeah,
how do you gut.
Got a deer, yes.
Mhm.
And
Well-
very manly and
Yeah, she asked them how do you gut.
yes, that's right. They were talking about that. So, and he was very proud. You got to be a man to do that.
It's hard too because not getting into details, but I have friends that are hunters and I've seen that before, and it's something that it's hard to get used to. It really is. Like, I love
It is. I've seen it
all
too.
kinds of foods, and I am a meat eater as well, so I will not stop being, you know, not a carnivore, but I do love my meat. But
Where's your
but
dinosaur?
watching it, yeah, here I'm a dinosaur. I had him there the whole time.
I'm a meat eater is what you should
I
have
am
said.
too. Ah! Sorry, my monster. Happy Halloween. But yeah, it's a hard thing to get used to. It's one thing talking about it or seeing it in a movie, but if you see it in real life, it's like, whoa.
It's
you know?
not. It's definitely not what you get in the package.
I know, exactly. So for them to joke about something like that, and with someone that they knew from school, like that's
totally
just
removed
weird.
from it. Yeah,
so removed,
totally
and
removed.
joking about it, and it just happened, and this killer is still on the loose, and you know, so they look guilty from the start. But it's cool how they had it right in our face the entire time.
Yes.
Where it's like, I don't know, it's like too obvious. Where I'm like, it can't be them.
But I like how they try to throw you off too by maybe making everybody suspicious.
Exactly, like the principal.
Yeah.
The principal, when no
With
one's
the
around, he
scissors!
puts
Put
the mask on.
Oh
He
yeah.
puts
Yeah.
the mask on by himself.
Yeah, and
the scissor.
yeah, they did such a great
That
scene with
was
that. Yeah, because
creepy.
he kept like really swinging
Kept, like,
it at
And
them.
that was
I'm
like heavy
whoa.
duty scissors.
Yeah,
those are the don't mess around scissors.
I recall thinking it was him
cardstock.
too, and I think that was the point. Like, I remember, like, once I saw that scene again, I was like, oh yeah, that's right, I thought it was him, and then I thought it was Dewey, and, you know, I thought it was that nerdy guy. I'm sorry, I really liked him too, but the nerdy guy who knows all the horror movies and stuff.
The video kid.
Yeah, and that poor kid, like, he almost died right away until Sydney screamed, and then later on got shot. So I'm glad he survived, because I'm like, oh god, this nerdy kid. But he's the one who survives because he probably, like, he listed all those rules, so he had, like, none of that. So that's probably
right,
why he had all
wanted
these
Sydney.
bad things. So that's actually, just thinking of it now, that would make sense. So he had all these close calls, but because he didn't actually break any of those rules, he survived.
But what about when he was watching the movie, the Halloween movie, and he just kept telling her to look back, turn around, look
That
back.
was fun too. We kept
He
seeing,
should've done
like,
the same thing.
yeah, I love that so much. That was so funny, and I was like freaking out the first time, but I was like, I don't remember if he gets stabbed here or not. I think he survives. I don't know, but
He was like a second away from getting it.
he was.
was.
And I love how dumb people get over time, especially when they're not in danger at that moment. Say with what was his name, Kevin or something, the camera guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ken
Cheeto
or something.
guy.
Ken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
Mr.
that.
Cheeto.
Yeah, and the
Cheeto
poor
guy.
guy, he's being made fun of. He's quiet, not saying a lot. So,
Yeah.
but he's in this van, and he actually says, oh, well, there's a delay, maybe a 30-second delay, like casually, there's no threat yet. And then later on, when Sydney runs into the van, and they're watching the footage of the killer, and
He forgot about it.
yeah, he was just like, oh, wait, yeah, oh, there's a delay. Like, he totally just forgot. Like, that's the whole reasson why you have the camera in the first place, to try to
Yeah,
find
but
the
it's the heat
killer,
of the
right?
moment,
Or
though.
try
That's why he forgot.
yeah, so that's
He
what's
was like, oh, shoot,
so
and he opened the
exciting.
You know,
door.
like if you're a cameraman and you're in a little town and you've got all these murders going on, and there's a murderer loose, like I would be like locking that van. Okay, you're going out. Okay, I'm gonna lock the door.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's serious
Not
now,
like
but there's
this.
a curfew.
I thought it was
Yeah.
exciting how here, like, you want to lock all the doors and be as secure as possible. You don't want to just open up the front door and look around on a phone call, you know? But I thought it was insane how
Sydney did.
they decided to do this during a massive party. Like, they shoot everyone away. I'm going to just take this off, but they shoo everyone away. But still, like, they did it during a massive party, so that way it seems like, oh, and no one notices the killings right away, because it's one-on-one. Someone's hanging from a garage. Like, people do go out, they smoke and do all kinds of things, and, you know, it's
And
just kind of
nobody
funny,
noticed
and
it,
no
yeah.
one notices that, and Sydney, poor thing,
Well,
has to
didn't
see
she
her
even
friend
jump
like
out
that.
the window and drop it? Oh, that's when she did notice it.
Yes, that's when she fell,
did,
yeah.
Yes.
So, ooh, and falling on a boat, oh, God, there's no soft parts there, so I'm amazed that she got
No.
out, but that's part of a horror
Yeah.
movie, too. Maybe there was something soft, or like a flotation device.
Well, those covers, when they're tight, they can at least slow you down.
Yeah.
But that still gotta hurt.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, so did you guys like the movie, or?
I thought it was actually a little more scarier than Halloween, to be honest.
I think so too. I think it's because maybe it's newer. I was surprised because, again, this was my first horror movie ever, so I just remember being so horrified, and I thought it was so graphic and gory, which it was. But we did see a throat getting sliced. We did see a lot of blood, but it wasn't like stabbing opening up in front of us. It was always like an after scene.
Yes.
You know, with like someone getting gutted. It was almost like a prop. It looked realistic, but it looked like a prop. Like we didn't actually see it physically getting cut and spilling. Like that stuff seen like front and center like freaks the crap out of me. This was thrilling, suspenseful, stuff like that, but I thought it would be way worse than Halloween, but it actually just was a little bit more scary.
Yeah, I liked the suspense in it. I liked trying to guess who is it. The whole movie, you're trying to guess who is it, and that's what I loved about it too. It
Yeah.
had that extra,
And they almost
extra
made it funny
layer.
too, doing that, because they would throw you off, like you said, and they would do it kind of in a funny way where the music would get really intense and loud for a second, and a character would just zoom in, like come out of nowhere and just zoom in or grab someone and be like, hey, and then say something weird to make you go, oh yeah, everyone's a suspect. So it's following the rules of a horror movie.
The one scene that kind of made me laugh a little bit was Dewey gets a call from saying that there's a car in the woods, and he's like, let's go for a romantic walk and go check it out.
I know.
It's like Google eyes over this girl.
So it was so cheesy then. I'm like,
And
you're
that's
on
probably
duty,
why
and I
he
know
never
he's
died
young.
either, because he was a virgin.
That's probably why too. That actually, because we were following, it was kind of hokey in a way. I mean, it was very scary, but it was very hokey too, where they kept reminding us of the rules. And yeah, he was really nerdy. you know, and I think maybe he never broke a rule like that. So, and even from the beginning with his sister being like making fun of him and everything, and at his work, and he was like, hey, and he was so meek about it, and you know, his friends there were laughing and making fun of him. Yeah, so that was very embarrassing. You even thought it was that deputy guy. You thought it was
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was Dewey. And
no, the other guy, his boss or something. Yeah,
no, I thought it was Dewey.
As quick.
Oh, okay.
You thought it was Dewey. That would make sense.
Yeah,
because he was quick on his feet.
Because there were a few times they made it look like it was him, but when he was talking to his higher up, and he was all excited about this whole killing thing. You mentioned about, so you must have meant Dewey at that moment. That
I meant Dewey.
Okay, because I thought you meant the other guy. And I was like,
that makes sense.
Because he was getting teased a lot, you know, and he didn't seem at all too confident about, you know, everything he was doing at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then he became, you know, then everywhere there was a murder, he was
always
with
present.
them.
He was there.
He was always close by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
that,
what I
like,
was kind of thinking.
And he goes into the party house, lets the kids do whatever they want, almost like, oh,
yeah, then the
you know, you can think about, oh, yeah, just get drunk. I'm going to kill you later. You have no, you won't have your senses about you.
Woo.
But it's a shame that he died too.
I know. Dewey?
Yeah, the officer.
No, he came back. He was alive. No, he was alive at the end.
He was?
Yeah, they
gurney.
Yeah, they were gurneying him up into the ambulance or something.
I thought that was the father.
No, I think the father, he was still okay. He could have been in one too, but he was moving around and stuff. I don't think he was in one, but I'm pretty sure that was the cop.
I hope Dewey didn't die, because he was stabbed in the back.
He was stabbed in the back, and when Gail fell on him, he was still out.
Oh, guys, if you can let us know now, I'll be sad if he did die. I just assumed he didn't. I thought that was him.
I thought he did die, because he was, you know, he was lying unconscious on the...
No, I had to like look back and that was him.
It was so funny that I wanted Gail to die, like, really quick.
And I love Courtney Cox.
Yeah. She saved the day.
She saved the day because she was so shallow. We hear about this book, and Sydney's a victim, and we just don't like her because she's very, like, in everyone's face, doesn't care about emotion, stuff like that, only about her job, and even, like, taking advantage of Dewey, but then they did have some kind of attraction thing there, and I love her as Monica. I didn't watch Friends a whole lot. Please don't kill me, because I know a lot of people love Friends, and I do like it, but I never made time for shows, really. So, I like Monica, and even watching it this time, I was like, holy crap, like, she's so different, and it'd be like this... She was kind of spicy in Friends, but very different personality here because she's very caring in Friends. So, but I really liked her character, but she was really annoying, and I'm really happy that Sydney punched her in the face. I felt bad, kind of, but at the same time, I was like, I know
once we found out why, we're like, oh yeah,
yeah.
But if you think about where Gail was coming from when she was getting into Sydney's face and everything, she investigated the whole crime when it happened to her mother.
Right.
So, but it was all unofficial. So she, you know, everything she found out about it was all that she found out about. That's why she wrote the book about it.
Yeah.
Right.
She was blaming that Sydney falsely identified because she saw, you know, some things on him, like the jacket and all that kind of stuff.
And she was right.
Him. Well, she did see those things, but she automatically identified it as
the killer.
Yes. She saw someone wearing it.
So I like that better because she was a little bit wrong too. So they were both a little bit wrong, you know, but Gail was right in that where she just saw what she saw, but it doesn't necessarily mean that was a killer because they framed him. So that's crazy that was a thing too. And please let us know. I'll check after this too, but I think there's more Scream movies. Oh my God, people are going to start requesting those. But I think the cotton guy was Sabretooth from X-Men. Sorry,
it did look like him when he was in the back of the car.
It was brief, but I'm like, I know that face, and it looked just like him. So I was like, hey. And he also plays Donovan or something, because I never watched that show, but Ryan likes that show, and he hasn't watched it in a while. But anyways, yeah. So I was like, yeah, it has to be him. But I'm curious if it is or not. If you can let us know. But yeah, so do you have one part that really stood out to you? That really like freaked you out? The stabbings. The stabbings.
The first part, the beginning, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, it was just the loss of the Jiffy Pop.
No, not the Jiffy Pop.
We lost 12 people and one package of Jiffy Pop. Right here.
No, we're gonna eat popcorn next time if we do watch another Scream. Oh my God.
I just hated the whole fact of her having to, Casey having to answer questions. She sees her boyfriend out there. So his buddies essentially kidnapped him to murder him, really, and just to terrify the girlfriend. That was right off the bat.
I want to joke and be like, they need
And
a
the
hobby, but
party-
they
the-
do have
the
a
party
hobby.
house was
Well,
good too. The
Yeah,
party
think
house.
of too. How long was the father captured for, and tied up?
It was
couple
supposed to
days,
be
at
for the
least.
weekend. He was supposed to be gone for the weekend, right?
So God, the poor
He's been
guy
tied
didn't
up
get
Thursday
out.
night to Sunday.
Yeah, so he was tied up for a few days.
And how crazy, thinking of the principal again, like how they got that information back to the house so fast. Like, oh, how did I get that information so fast? So who did call? Was it Billy who called then at that moment too? Or we never really found out how
We
they
don't
found
really know.
out?
I don't know
called?
who called.
Or maybe
and
the other
video
guy.
kid, and the I
But
don't know
news
who
travels
called.
fast. People call each other and say, "Hey, have you heard?"
Hey, Principal so and so.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Let's
the
go
poor
check it
guy.
out.
So I
And
want
the
to say,
kids,
I don't know.
oh.
Yeah, I don't know what really stood out to me. I mean, I like the ending when they started fighting each other, and of course the big reveal on who it was. That there was two killers. But I want to say the beginning was the scariest, like setting you into this scary movie that we're not quite sure how bad it's going to be, but it just throws you right into it. So
Well,
that whole
especially
thing
when he
with Drew
says, like,
Barrymore.
Especially when he says on the phone, he's like, "Where do you think I'm looking at you from?"
What door am I at?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
something
door
like
am I
that.
at?
Yeah, I was like,
Am I in the
holy
front
crap.
or the back?
Answer the questions right. I like how freaky that was when he was like, if you answer right, it'll be okay. Or he said, if you answer wrong, it won't be okay. He said something like that in the beginning, so that was scary. But once Billy kind of like was mocking Sydney at the end and was like, well, if you say it wrong, I'm going to kill you or kill someone you love or whatever. And then he goes, or if you get it right, I'm still going to kill you. I'm like, it's
Yes, you're still
at
gonna
that
die.
point,
Yes.
I mean, it was still scary, but I was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
just
now
like
he's
all
switching
cocky
up
and
now.
stuff, yeah. But yeah, so I guess like the beginning was like the most scariest for me, I guess. I don't know, because the ending was pretty terrifying too, but that really stood
Yeah,
out.
that was too. I also liked in the police station when Billy was just staring at her.
Oh, he's glaring.
That
at
was
the
so
window.
weird.
Yeah.
You don't do that to a girlfriend. Like, I know you're pissed off at her if you were, being accused, wrongly, but that was really creepy. That's when I'm like,
But on
there's
the
gotta
flip,
be more to
you would
him.
think that the cops who were interrogating him would close the blinds on him, so he can't do that.
Yeah.
To be extra sensitive to her.
I
And
know,
her
because
girlfriend Tana was like such a bitch to her in the beginning. Like,
yeah,
just
just not sensitive about the topic at all. Like I can
coming to
see
school
later
and just
on
talking about it.
she's just tough and everything, and she's like, hanging out with the boyfriends and like telling them to chill out, but she was messing with them too. And so she defended Sydney a lot of times, like with Gail, and a few other times she did, where she always like kind of went in front of Sydney to kind of like shove people away, to be like, oh yeah, she's a good friend. But she was so mocking. You're right, because you're so close to her, you would totally know. You're not being sensitive. Her mother was like brutally murdered in some way like 1 year ago.
And then she was talking smack about her mom.
Yeah.
Like, well, there's, when you hear it enough times, you kind of think that maybe she was, sleeping around.
Yeah.
I don't say that to the
I'm like, it doesn't even
girl.
matter at this point, because like at this point, like
Yes,
my
the
mom was
woman's dead.
brutally raped and murdered. Even if she wasn't raped, like she was murdered in a bad, like she was murdered.
Hey,
End of
no
The
story.
end
one
result
deserves
is
to be
still the
murdered.
same.
Yeah, so people to be
Yes.
like, well, she was a whore. I'm like, well, you can't say, like, she was still my mom. She didn't kill anyone or whatever. Like, if she slept around, whatever, that was her thing. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, she was murdered. And yet that stuff's still coming up. It's just, no one's sensitive. But yeah, so I think it was a really good movie, guys. Thank you so much for requesting this. That's why we
I
watched
think
it.
we screamed.
We did. We screamed. So hopefully you guys protect your ears too, because we get. I try to take my earbuds out, like that I can't. But yeah. So anyways, it was really good, and it did have some comedy in it. I thought that was fun how they did that for being so
You gotta
scared all the
break the tension
time.
somehow.
And you have to, yeah. So I think it was really good. So thank you guys so much, and we listen to all your requests. I always keep track of everything, and we have polls on our Patreon every Monday to vote on our next movie. Kim, Mom, and I, and Tom too at some point if you want to. We do randomly select a movie here and there, and we try to be fair to everybody, but we just watch a whole lot. So we love what we do. Thank you for being patient with us. Please subscribe. Anything else you guys want to add?
Subscribe.
Lock your doors. Call 911 if someone weird
Take the
calls.
weapons with you.
Take the weapons with you.
Just like in Zombieland, you
always
always double
have
tap.
Don't just stare and wait for something to
tap.
happen or something to reveal themselves. Ooh, Tom's blurry. Oh, look at that.
Sure.
He's like, I'm done. So, happy Halloween, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to scream.
It's all bones.
Ah, he's gonna kill me. Bye.
Bye.